It's like saying that north of the North Pole doesn't exist. Technically true, but it doesn't address the deeper question of what lies beyond the boundaries of our understanding. The mathematics of cosmology, those elegant equations that describe the expansion of space and the evolution of matter and energy, break down completely when we try to trace them backward to the supposed moment of creation. They produce infinities where there should be finite numbers, singularities where the laws of physics simply stop working, points where temperature and density become literally infinite, mathematical impossibilities that should not exist in any universe governed by rational laws. But what if the breakdown isn't a flaw in our mathematics? What if it's a feature, a signpost pointing toward a truth so alien to human experience that our brains evolved to navigate the African savanna and distinguish between predator and prey, simply cannot process it without breaking down entirely? What if the universe didn't begin at all, but has always existed in a state so far removed from our everyday experience that we can only describe it through the language of impossibility? Think about time for a moment. Not as humans experience it flowing from past to future, like water down a drain, but as physicists understand it. A dimension like length or width or height that can be stretched, compressed, twisted, and folded. Einstein showed us that time is malleable, that it passes differently for objects moving at different speeds or experiencing different gravitational forces. A twin traveling close to the speed of light ages more slowly than their earthbound sibling. Time near a black hole moves so slowly that falling into one would allow you to watch the entire future history of the universe unfold in the space of a heartbeat. If time can be stretched and compressed, if it can flow at different rates in different places, if it can be curved by gravity and twisted by motion, then what makes us think it has to have a beginning? What if time, like space itself, simply is eternal, infinite, without start or end? A vast ocean in which events rise and fall like waves, appearing to move forward, but actually existing all at once in dimensions our three-dimensional minds cannot fully comprehend. The greatest minds in physics have grappled with this problem for decades, proposing solutions that sound more like science fiction than science fact. Maybe our universe is just one bubble in an infinite sea of bubbles, each one expanding and contracting in cycles that last trillions of years. Maybe reality consists of countless parallel universes, each one slightly different from our own, branching off from quantum possibilities like the limbs of an infinite tree. Maybe what we call the Big Bang was actually a big bounce. The moment when a previous universe that had been contracting for eons finally reached its smallest possible size and rebounded, expanding outward again in an endless cycle of cosmic death and rebirth. Or maybe, and this is where the story becomes truly unsettling, maybe the universe is like a sentence that writes itself, a cosmic autocomplete function that brings itself into existence through the very act of existing. Maybe consciousness itself, the strange phenomenon that allows you to read these words and contemplate their meaning, is not a byproduct of the universe, but its cause, the mysterious force that collapses infinite possibilities into finite realities through the simple act of observation. Quantum mechanics tells us that particles exist in all possible states simultaneously, until someone or something observes them, at which point they choose a single,